Sean Woodland, for Chase Ingram, and Mike Arsenault down on the competition floor. Test number 6 is a spin on the CrossFit Classic.
We might be going inside out during this event, but this is an all-out type of event. We have 400-meter run, 12 bar muscle ups, 21 alternating dumbbell snatches. We'll do that 3 times as fast as we can.
Recipe for success delivered by Trifecta.
Oh, it's all about the run, and run like you stole it, Sean. You got to move your feet as fast as you can when you get outside the doors. Burn the boats. There is no option for retreat, only forward.
8 men in this second of 5 heats, and there are men in this heat who are trying to work their way on the right side of the cut line. In lanes 1 and 2, it's Ant Haynes and Heinrich Happelainen. Haynes right now is on the right side of that cut line. He sits in 29th place overall. Happelainen is in 31st. He's got to gain 2 spots to stay alive.
Well, as you see, Heinrich Happelainen right there, just like you said, Sean, 1 point out of that 30th spot. But how about Ant Haynes? Got the call at the midnight hour to come to the CrossFit Games, dropped everything, came over here, and has an opportunity to make the first cut.
Cole Griesaber down in lane 7 is the man everyone is chasing. He sits in 30th place. He would be the last guy in. Griesaber on the right side of your screen in the white shorts.
Griesaber, the world's most wanted man at the moment here in Madison, Wisconsin, as he is the gatekeeper of that top 30. And then Fabian Benito, again, look at the point spread. So close.
Only 2 points separate Benito in 32nd from Griesaber in 30th. So this test will go a long way towards determining who winds up inside the cut line as we head into the final 2 days of competition.
And I don't usually say this, but in a test here, you can't start too fast. You can only start too slow.
Stand by.
Once again, the staggered start to even out the run distance throughout the test. We begin with that 400-meter run. Time to beat belongs to Calian Sosa. He had a time of 8:37.56 seconds in heat number 1.
And he won the fastest split. Actually came from Vigneault at 1:14. Sosa was about 5 seconds behind him, but Vigneault was on the outside lane where Sosa was in the middle lane. So that timing difference is a little off. As we said earlier, the distances will even out over the course of 3 rounds. But definitely coming in under 120 is a must if these athletes want to have a competitive time.
Heinrich Happelainen is out front ahead of Uldis Upniks, and it's Cole Griesaber behind him, followed by Ant Hayes and Jason Hopper. Happelainen and Uldis Upniks will be the first 2 men in. That gorgeous drone shot brings the athletes back inside the Alliant Energy Center. Happelainen and Upniks getting right to work, as does Griesaber. Now the whole field is back for their set of 12 bar muscle ups. There are 102 total score rounds, or reps, pardon me, in this test. At the 13 rep mark, that's when they will advance to their first set of 21 dumbbell snatches.
Keep in mind what they've done over the last 5 tests. They've done 50 chest to bar pull-ups yesterday, 100 toes to bar, 16 bar pullovers, 6 legless rope climbs this morning, so the grip isn't exactly fresh coming into tonight.
It's Uldis Upniks who's the first man to start his dumbbell snatches, followed by Heinrich Happelainen and Ant Haynes. Jack Farlow got there as well, pretty closely behind them, and Fabian Benito on the far side of the floor. He'd be on the far right, opposite of Heinrich Happelainen.
And one thing to be wary of is speed is one thing, but only having to do 21 reps is another. With this weight being so light for these athletes and the need to go fast, we also need to make sure is that we've got clean reps. 1 no rep on a dumbbell snatch, 2 seconds lost. It's gonna be hard to make that up anywhere else.
Happelainen only has a handful of reps left. He's down to his final 2 as that dumbbell needs to go from the ground directly to overhead. You have to show it in a lockout position, a straight arm to the rep that count. Has to alternate arms in the process. And Happelainen is going to be the first one back out, followed by Upniks and Haynes. And here comes Fabian Benito, Jack Farlow, Cole Griesaber, Jason Hopper, and now Luke Parker.
You've done the classic benchmark. This is designed off of Helen. The second run is the toughest and most vital part of the entire test. Last run, adrenaline may take over. You know this is the end nearly. But this one, this is the one that really challenges your resolve here in this test.
There's Uldis Upniks, he's out front, followed by Happelainen and Ant Haynes. Upniks in his fourth career appearance here at the CrossFit Games. His best finish came last year when he took 21st at Riga, Latvia.
Remember last year, he won the sprint portion of that back-to-back test of the shuttle to overhead. So we know Uldis is a great runner for speed and for rounds, but he's also a fantastic gymnast on the bar.
Upniks right to work on his second set of bar muscle-ups. At the 47 rep mark, he'll move back to the dumbbell. The leader's name and the scoring hat on the top of your screen will be on the far left, and the number in the white box will indicate how many repetitions that man has completed. The number next to everyone else's name will show how many reps by which they trail the leader.
They're ahead of pace of Souza in heat one. Souza's second 400 was 142. Uldis's was 129.
Upniks is done first. Haynes and Happelainen are neck and neck now for second place.
And fast reps, clean reps.
Here come Fabian Benito at the bottom of your screen, Jack Farlow in that light blue shirt, and now Jason Hopper, Luke Parker, and Cole Griesaber.
21 reps. Uldis Upniks on the right. And then the last opportunity these athletes are really going to have to separate themselves is going to come in this third and final 400-meter run.
Upniks with 3 reps to go, and then he'll be back out for his final 400-meter run, and he has done it. It's Ant Haynes now, who is pulled even with Uldis Upniks. And now Heinrich Happelainen has fallen back into third place. Fabian Benito is in fourth as he just finished up his second round of dumbbell snatches.
On that last run, Haynes and Upniks were only separated by 0.6 of a second. But Ant actually ended up closing the gap on Uldis once they came into the stadium. So Uldis is going to have to try to put a little distance on Ant Haynes, who's right on his heels because Haynes had the faster 12 and 21.
I'm watching.
Final 400-meter run here. Uldis Upniks remains in the lead. Ant Haynes is right on his heels, followed by Heinrich Happelainen. And these 3 men have been towards the front for the entirety of the second of 5 heats.
Once we came into the stadium, I said 0.6 of a second separated the run. But Haynes was 3 seconds faster once he got to the rig and the dumbbell.
And this is big for Ant Haynes because he is trying to stay on the right side of the cut line. Again, 29th place coming in overall. Top 30 athletes move on after this test. Heinrich Happelainen also helping himself out because he is in 31st. He's the first man on the wrong side of the cut line. He's ahead of Cole Griesaber, the man right in front of him.
Exactly. Griesaber's in 30th, but he's not inside the Coliseum, so that's good for Happelainen.
Uldis Upniks right to work. Happelainen and Ant Haynes right behind him. 8:37.56. Gallians is his time in the bottom left-hand part of your screen. Now comes Fabian Benito and Luke Parker.
See Haynes and Upniks. Haynes cycling just a little bit faster.
81 reps, that's what they need to complete before they start their third and final set of dumbbell snatches. Upniks on his final one, and he is done. On to the dumbbell for Uldis Upniks. Here comes Ant Haynes. So Upniks able to get 1 rep in before Haynes touches the dumbbell, and now Happelainen has started.
Haynes is 2 seconds quicker on the snatches in the previous round. And I think he's about 2 behind going in these last 21 reps.
And Haynes is right with Uldis Upiks. 102 total score repetitions, and then it's the sprint to the finish, and this could come down to that.
Haynes he's moving.
Upnik's about a half a rep ahead of Haynes. Final rep for each man. Upnik is going to finish first. Haynes is going to get in second place in the heat. And now Heinrich Apolainen is across. So all 3 men beating the top time from Kalyan Sousa in the first heat of 8:37.56 seconds as Benito has come across.
Sean, look in the back of the rig. That's Jason Hopper. Jason Hopper coming in was an athlete for a time that could potentially podium as Parker gets across. But Hopper, who's sitting in 26th, is not safe from the cut line.
Farlow is in, and now Jason Hopper, as you mentioned, Chase, 26th place overall with 195 points. He was only 33 up on Cole Griesaber. And we still have 3 heats left, and those times will be a factor.
But now we look at the previous heat with Sousa, who was only 8 points out.
Hopper cutting through these, and he will get in. Jason Hopper right now, with that result, is going to be towards last place in these first 2 heats. Have to wait for his official time, but this is a 3-person battle from the start.
Well, Apolainen went out and tried to put his destiny in his own hands. Went out strong with Uldis, but Uldis, who's known for his speed, known for his gymnastics, dumbbell's not going to be an issue. And Haynes gave it pretty much all he could once we got into the Coliseum, but Uldis Upiks, bottom right part of your screen, was able to hold on just by a hair over Ann Haynes and sets the new time to beat.
Only a 2-second cushion between Upiks and Haynes.